Welcome back. Joining me now is author Susan Harris. Susan, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me again.
You have a new book, which is why you're here.
Yes, I have a new book and I'm very excited about Remarkably Ordinary.
Tell us about this book. It's titled Remarkably Ordinary, 20 Reflections on Living Intentionally Right Where You Are. Fantastic title. Tell us what's in the book.
The book actually invites readers to look at the extraordinary in ordinary experiences of their lives. So what I've done is actually taken 20 stories or anecdotes from my life, traces it from even a young child living in Trinidad to my life and as an adult living in Saskatchewan and in Canada, and to just progressively see how good and not so good experiences do work for good, how we can find something good, how we can purpose to live a life that's full regardless of where we are and what we encounter in life.
Amazing. And there's just 20 parts in the book. How did you decide to pick? What made you pick certain ones against other experiences in your life?
You know, that's a good question, because I had about 45 or so that I actually had to scale down to. So I kind of looked at different geographical experiences. I tried to not to duplicate one type of experiences. I wanted some things with animals. So there's a chapter how I relate to the cat, or rather how the cat makes me laugh. And a chapter again with another animal, the moose. I encountered a moose one foggy morning while driving on Highway 1 to work in Regina. And I lived to tell the tale. So I tried to look at different geographical experiences, different age groups in my life. I thought about my audience. I aimed this towards an international audience, unlike my previous books, and I thought of the demographic, the sexes, the locations, and those were factors that determined the 20 stories.
And this book can appeal to anyone of any age?
Yes, actually, it's been reviewed by men and women, by seniors. One of the seniors a senior author rather, he said that as soon as the book gets out, he can see the young adults gravitating towards it, because it is just written towards an audience that would enjoy storytelling and want to be reflective in their own lives.
Right. Yeah. You were saying earlier, this book challenges people. Can you sort of explain that?
Yes, what it does actually is that it dares you, or it invites the reader to contemplate where they are and to see, how could I have done better? Or if I did my best, what were the lessons I could pass on to another person? The lessons are transferable because we all have the same experience. I had a major hair faux pas. I had taken on a new job and I wanted to look pretty for my conference in San Diego, and I went to a new hairdresser because my regular hairdresser, I had moved away from the city, and I ended up with pink hair. So I had to decide, did I value my job, or could I go to the conference with pink hair? And when I went in the Californian sunshine, what would happen to me and my pink hair? So, you know, it's very relatable. I think almost every person has had a bad hair day, or a day when their appearance was not what they wanted it to do. Yet how do we make the best out of this and come out of it positively? So there are very relatable experiences that invites people to look at their own lives. And people often find that their lives are more meaningful than they have actually imagined, that it's more special than they had originally thought.
Their life is not just a life, you know?
No,
it's much more than that.
Yes, they can live fully and they can inspire others through their lives.
Wonderful. That book does it. I would like the book. So why the turn? You know, you have books about pennies, and now you're writing about your life. So what sort of made you take the turn?
The books and the pennies were geared primarily towards a Canadian audience, and Canada has been good to me, and I thank CTV and all the media station that has helped me gotten there. I wanted to expand myself to an international audience, because part of being an author, people get intrigued by our own lives and they want to know, how did you get there? Did you have a special gift or talent? And what is unique about this book is that any person can write a book like what I've written in Remarkably Ordinary, because it's based on life stories. Every person is the inherent authority of their own life. And if someone wants to write a book and doesn't know how to start, I would say get Remarkably Ordinary Look at how I've laid out an experience. Look at how I have learned from this, how I have lived intentionally, how I have become a better person, how I can help someone else, how I can transfer a skill or knowledge base and springboard from there and write their books. So it's inspirational on many, many levels, but particularly so for the person who dreams to dream, who dares to dream and wonders, how could I take that dream and bring it to reality?
So where can people get this book?
Right now it's an ebook, so it's available at anyone's favorite Amazon worldwide, amazon.ca.com, and Brazil, India, and everywhere else, the UK. And so they can download this book from Amazon, buy it from Amazon, and they can download it onto any PC or smartphone or tablet, even if they don't possess a Kindle, because the app is free.
So there's a Kindle app that you can actually download and then you can get this book.
That's correct. Yes, if you don't have a Kindle. If you have a Kindle, you can just switch it on and download the book.
Good. So do you have a website that's correct? People want more information?
Yes, www.susanharris.ca. There's a summary of the book and my other books and instructions on to how people can get the books.
So what's sort of next for you then?
I'm really enjoying where I am now, and I'm thinking probably a sequel to Remarkably Ordinary, because I've been getting really good responses about it.
Yeah, you have. The reviews are awesome. So that's Remarkably Ordinary, 20 Reflections on Living Intentionally right where you are. Susan Harris, thank you so much for joining us again. Get the book on Amazon today.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, anytime.